Joining Penny and I this morning is Kathleen Milford, who's been on the show a variety of times. And Kathleen, you have some shows coming up that we're going to talk about.
We do. They're this weekend. The Performing Arts Center at Lakeside High School is sponsoring a holiday extravaganza. Their financial sponsor is Huffman Mayer Wealth Management Group. And it's two concerts. It's Saturday night, which is the Ashtabula Orchestra traditional Christmas concert at 8 o'clock at the Performing Arts Center. And then Sunday is the Ashtabula County Choral Music Society concert at 4 o'clock, and the Choral Music Society is performing selections from the Messiah, hosting Erie Heights Brass, and just having fun with some Christmas carols. So it's a dual opportunity for the community. We're even selling tickets that are good for both concerts, so one ticket gets you into both. But you can come to either concert without a ticket and take care of getting in
at the door.
At the door, right.
You know, I understand that our own Andy Stevenson is in both programs.
Yes, he is. He's singing. He's playing in the orchestra.
Singing?
He's playing in the orchestra.
Oh.
And he is in the Erie Heights Brass on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So we're very much looking forward to that.
Tell us some of the performers in the Messiah program.
Well, we're doing selections, so we have 3 soloists instead of 4 this time. Megan Koloski, which is the choir director here from Conneaut.
She's great.
I've been wanting her to be a soloist. I know she's a fine singer, and we're very glad that she's going to be the soprano soloist and do some of the soprano solos. Morgan Yoke is our tenor from the chorale, the young man that was one of the 3 tenors last year. If you remember, he's pretty accomplished all by himself, and he'll be doing tenor. And then Melissa Sorahan, which is Martha Sorahan's daughter.
Yeah.
She's from Lakewood, but she grew up in Ashtabula and is working on her master's degree in vocal performance in Akron. And she's going to be doing the alto solos for us.
I didn't realize I know Martha had daughters that were in the movie business, behind the scenes. But I didn't realize that she had a daughter that was a singer.
Yeah, she went to CIM for a while. She's been teaching. She's a voice teacher and performs. She's been in some operas in Akron and so forth.
Really?
She does very well.
Okay, great.
She's performed for us since, I remember when she was in high school, her teacher brought her and she just sang some Messiah choruses in one of our concerts
So you've known her,
several years ago.
before.
I've known her for a long time, yes. So.
And your pianist that day is?
Well, we have pianist is Natella Askarova, and on this, the flyer doesn't include the organist. We're going to be using this new organ that they put in Lakeside High School. I don't know if you're aware of it.
Yes.
It's on Facebook. If you go to our page, and I meant to print out a copy of that picture, it's absolutely beautiful. We were just overwhelmed when we went to rehearsal, when Bud Gill, who was in charge of the Performing Arts Center, he had it all open. He has it all beautifully decorated, and here's this gorgeous organ in the back of that auditorium.
Yeah.
And we
I've
have
heard
an organ.
about this organ.
Oh yeah, they did the Phantom of the Opera in October, and he's had some great organists come into town. Well, our organist for this event is Marcia Snavely, and she's a fine organist that came highly recommended to us from the people in the American Guild of Organists in the Cleveland area. She is at Chagrin Falls Church. She just came in and just took over that organ and is making it happen. And the 2 of them are playing together. We even have a 3rd keyboard instrument on the stage, which is digital, so we can make a harpsichord sound, which is what they would have heard at the time of Handel.
Right.
So the soloists are singing to the harpsichord sound, and then Nat is assisting the chorus along with the organ. So
Are you the director for both shows, or?
Not for the orchestra, no. The director for the orchestra is George Doviak.
Okay. Now, back to the Saturday concert. That is traditional Christmas music?
Yes, it is. It's very popular.
Okay.
It's a wonderful collection of orchestral music, and there are people from all over the area and outside the area that put together this orchestra. And
How big is the orchestra?
how big is the orchestra? I'm going to say it's about 35
wow.
Okay,
people.
wonderful.
So, up higher. He says more, maybe 50. I actually have a program that can tell it. There are also Lakeside High School orchestra members involved. The Lakeside High School Concert Choir is involved in theirs. The Our Lady of Peace Choir is involved in their concerts. And people get to sing the Hallelujah Chorus on both nights, once with the orchestra and once with us and the organ. I know I have the organ.
Well, just an idea so people know that there's a large number of musicians that are going to be there. So when you say
yes.
orchestra, that can mean, from 10 to 100
yeah,
or whatever.
yes. No,
to give you an idea how many people
it's a
are
large
involved.
orchestra. It's a full orchestra.
Yes. Okay.
And they're going to be playing a lot of popular music that people are not popular music, but music that's traditional. You know, the Leroy Anderson stuff and things like that.
I had a question for you, and you're probably one of the few that could answer it. I've always wondered this since I was a little kid. The directors do this with their hands. Is that something that the musicians know how to read, or
Yes.
do they know what you're saying?
Yes.
They do.
They usually do. If you've had time to practice with them, they usually do.
Like it's telling them to go louder, go down, and is that?
If the conductor's good at what they're doing, it should.
Yeah.
You should be able to see that in what they're doing.
Yeah, I've always wondered that.
The size of the beat gives them the energy, shows them more energy, and the smaller shows them less, and more precise is articulated by the.
So when they're rehearsing, they know what the director is actually saying, that they're trying to get across.
They do. It's also communicated. I want a crescendo there. I want a decrescendo there, and so they practice doing that in rehearsal. But at the day of the concert, the director is kind of in charge of when does that start and when does that end.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
It keeps the pace so that they stay, right?
Oh, yes.
So that,
Right.
they stay where they should be. Because we all know when nerves take over or when a group gets together, sometimes things can go faster or slower, but that's part of the conductor's job is to keep that all moving
Keep it
where
all
it should
together.
be.
Right, absolutely. Everybody has to be in the same speed.
Yeah.
And understand that.
Andy, do you wear those blue? That blue? No. Not at all the shows. That was a mistake.
Well, now we're interested.
When I first saw the picture, I did not recognize Andy, and then Bob's got it outside his office over there, and they have these little blue neckties on. So maybe they'll be wearing them this weekend. I don't know.
And now the tickets, you said if you purchase a ticket, it's good for both performances.
It's good for both
Can
performances.
you go to both with it, or is the ticket for either one or the other?
What they're going to do is if you want to go, they're going to rip it in half.
Okay.
They'll give you back half of it. If you bring that half back the next night, you'll get back.
Now, if you just want to go to one show, it's $5, correct?
The orchestra is advertising $8, but to be honest with you, the box office, it's either 5 or 8. I've seen it advertised both ways, and I'm not in charge of that.
I see on the Messiah it says donation $5.
Ours is a donation, and frankly, if you don't have a ticket for both of them, we're going to take your donation at the door. Suggestive donation of $5. We'd rather have people see it than not see it. So
Right.
Absolutely.
the cost of it is.
How long have you guys been working on this show? These shows?
We've been working on our Messiah, our concert, our part of the concert since September, last week of September.
Really?
Every week, 2 hours. And we're doing selections, which is really about half of the Messiah. And usually when you perform the Messiah, people do what we call the Christmas part. So you do the first part. And then a lot of times we've done the second part, which what they call the Easter part. This particular one is unusual in that we have drawn from the entire thing all the way through. So it is going to be a different presentation than people might think
Okay.
coming to a Messiah performance.
And so did you pick out the more popular not arrangements, but songs that people would recognize?
People are going to recognize almost all of them, but it has a theme, and our theme is Behold the Glory and the Lamb. So the choruses and the solos that had something to do with sheep and lambs and the glory of God are the ones that and the angels singing the glory of God, those are the ones that we picked out and tried to thread together into a complete message. And I'm very passionate about the fact that the Hallelujah Chorus is not a Christmas piece. It's really at the end of the Easter part.
Oh.
And so it'll fit where it belongs. And then there's quite a bit after the Hallelujah Chorus that has some significance for what went on after that. So I think it's a very powerful piece of music, written by Handel in 24 days in 1742.
Wow.
Handel, a German composer, who was in London and hired to create it while he was in London, and it was first performed in Dublin. It is the most performed piece of music in English in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, our teachers talking about Handel writing this presentation, and I didn't realize he did it in that short period of time.
It's absolutely amazing, and he's writing it. He's putting every dot on the page, and he's writing out all the instrument parts.
Jeez.
And delivering them to the instrumentalists, and he's creating this huge score for the conductor that has all those parts on it.
Genius.
I mean, it'd take me 24 days to do that much, let alone think it up and figure out what those notes were going to be. So it is absolutely amazing.
And why 24 days?
I'm not real sure whether he didn't. That's a very good question. I think maybe somebody said they would perform it if you can get it done by now. You know.
Okay.
And he just decided that's what he wanted to do. That's right.
Yeah.
You do a lot if you get paid.
Yeah. When there's pressure.
When there's pressure.
Pressure. Gets it done.
Now, both these there's two shows here we're talking about. The first one will be Saturday, December 6th. That's this Saturday at 8 o'clock. That's the Ashtabula Area Orchestra doing the annual Christmas concert, a very popular concert. And that's going to be at Lakeside's Performing Arts Center, correct? The second show will be Sunday. That's at 4 o'clock at the Ashtabula County, that's put on by the Ashtabula County Choral Music Society, and that'll be the Messiah, parts of the Messiah will be performed. That'll be at Lakeside too, the same place. So I understand that. I haven't been in that school, but I understand it's absolutely beautiful in there.
It's a wonderful community facility.
Yeah.
It's available to anyone. That's what the Performing Arts Advisory Council wants, is that anybody can come and use that auditorium.
Right.
It really is. The community dollars built it. It was not built by school dollars at all. It was built by community dollars. And it is for this purpose, and it's a treasure that we should use and we should enjoy doing things in. So we're certainly excited about this.
Now, if you want to get advance tickets and to make reservations for them, there is a number to call, and it's 440-993-2488, 993-2488. And as Kathleen said, you can get, for $10, you can get tickets to both programs, Saturday and Sunday. Can't go wrong with that.
Right, and when you call that number, you're going to be leaving a message on a machine, and then somebody will put your reservation in the wall.
That's how that works.
That's how that works.
Okay. Is there a place where you can go buy the tickets?
Not particularly. No.
Okay. Okay.
They can
At
call.
the door.
At the door.
Okay.
Right.
So if I came on Saturday night and I pay $10, I just want so people understand, and they pay $10, that gets them in on Saturday night, and they'll get the other half of the ticket for for Sunday.
That's correct.
Okay, so the ticket would be given at the door on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to present it on Saturday, and they'll give half of it back.
Right.
And then it'll be good on Sunday as well, and no donation would be expected.
Yep. Well,
We
it's always nice.
It's always nice. We'd love a donation.
Yeah.
And we want to give credit to Huffman Mayer Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo. They have really provided substantial money for this kind of thing to happen, and we are very grateful for them.
Yes, absolutely.
I can't believe how long you guys have been practicing for this event. I mean, we're talking 3 months, basically. Oh, well, yeah, 3, I guess.
Well, it's a lot of people to put together. It's a
Yeah.
lot of
Lot of
organization.
A
Yeah.
lot of notes.
Yeah.
Actually, we've had 2 rehearsals a week because we've gone out into the county. We had rehearsals in Jefferson on Sundays. We had rehearsals here at New Leaf on Sundays, and then our regular Monday night rehearsal. And the reason for that was we wanted to make it accessible to anybody who couldn't come on Monday night, or to people who were in out county and transportation was an issue.
Do you have any Connie folks that are involved?
Lots.
Really?
Oh yes.
Good.
Quite a few.
Good, glad to hear that.
Yeah. In the choir there are at least 8
Really?
that are
Good.
from the Conneaut area.
Glad to get involved.
They're very involved. Yes,
Yeah,
and very
yeah.
supportive. Cindy Brooks is playing the piano for the
Cindy.
children. She's been doing some rehearsal accompanying for us, and
Good friend.
So, yeah, we've had. It's wonderful.
Does
We have a
Henry
nice
sing?
connection. Henry's singing.
He's in the
Oh, is he?
choir.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both singing in the
Oh,
choir.
okay.
Okay, great.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Good.
Both
Two
of them.
good friends of mine for many, many years.
Oh, yes.
So finally, want to sum this up here. The concert Saturday starts at 8 o'clock, and this again is going to be at the Lakeside Performing Arts Center, and that's annual Christmas music that'll be performed, traditional Christmas music, performed by the Ashtabula Area Orchestra. Then at 4 o'clock on Sunday, the Ashtabula County Choral Music Society will present the Messiah.
And have Erie Heights Brass
In Erie Heights Brass will
Perform
be there.
for us as
That'll be
well.
Andy, our own Andy
to
here.
give us a real holiday sound.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
They have a fun program planned. It will be. They've got some light things and some serious things. It looks good.
Very good.
So it sounds like if you want something to put you in the Christmas spirit, this will do it. Definitely.
Local performers, in soloists, and except for the orchestra, everybody is from the area, and we're pleased about that. And this is our 25th year. 25 years ago, the Ashtabula County Choral Music Society grew out of a Messiah chorus to be able to perform more concerts a year.
Excellent.
So we're celebrating our 25th year by
Wow.
singing the Messiah. So
Very good.
Wow.
And children. Children free, children need a ticket, donation to bring children.
Well, donation to bring children. I don't really know how the orchestra handles all of that, but as far as we're concerned, it just
It's always nice at Christmas time to bring children
to include
and
them in what's
it
happening.
really,
That's right.
it really brings the Christmas spirit. It introduces them to orchestra and everything that's going on. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing to consider. Grandparents, take your grandchildren to this event and let them see how beautifully this all goes together and just brings the wonder of Christmas.
Here's stringed instruments, here
Yes.
choirs,
Yes.
real choirs. I might also say that ticket is $10 for 2 concerts.
Right.
I know people that are paying $100
Yes.
to go to concerts in Cleveland.
Yes.
$10 for 2 concerts. We're not going to apologize for the price.
Can't beat that price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
we hope that they understand that. That's because of the generosity of our sponsor, who wants the community to come more than they want them to pay. But at the same time, both organizations could use the donations so they could continue to do more,
Absolutely.
and so that we can have these kind of things go on, and so that the Performing Arts Center can be realized into what kind of an event place that it can
Yeah,
be.
absolutely.
So that very expensive organ, is at our disposal, and that's a treasure.
Well, I want to wish you luck and definitely have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year,
Well, thanks,
Kathleen.
Pat. good to see you.
Good to see you.
Congrats.
I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
coming up that quick, but
Yeah.
it is. So it's this weekend. So if you want to get into the Christmas spirit, check it out. So thank you so much, Kathleen.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.